schedule a tasting, or order our award-winning wines. That's PYRENEES vineyard.com. And don't forget to join us at the river.
Welcome back. Fred Dreyer here, along with Mike Horn. As I was saying, it's the economy, stupid. James Carville said that, and it is, in fact, the economy. We've got a couple of things here we want to go through. We've got a soundbite from Obama, his approach to the economy is to tax you, he would follow you home. Take all your groceries, beat you, and then tax you for laying on the sidewalk.
It's all about collecting cash.
No, he can't tax people enough. But here's something he just said recently. Let's go to number one.
The speaker says we can't have it my way or the highway, and then basically says my way or the highway. That's not smart.
Is that it?
That's it. That's not smart.
That's our president.
That's not smart.
Go to number two.
All told, this plan cuts $2 in spending for every dollar in new revenues.
That's his new buffet plan that he's got.
That's an absolute lie. And here's the problem. He's going to take the $2 now and roll he's going to take the dollar now.
Right.
And you're going to roll the $2 over a period of 10, 15 years. And a new Congress will take a look at it and say, let's not do that. Let's get rid of that. Number three.
The government has to do what families across this country have been doing for years.
What?
We have to cut what we can't afford to pay for what really matters.
Yeah, what would that be, Mr. President? Give me a list. Give me a list of
Why don't we cut some of the government out that we can't afford?
Well, that's it.
If families have to do that, why can't we cut some things out of the government and save money? That's what families have to do.
Spoken like a true progressive. All right. What's kind of interesting is that we have John Boehner, who's been the punching bag of Barack Obama's presidency.
Speaker of the House.
And here's what he has to say.
The current regulatory burden coming out of Washington far exceeds the government's constitutional mandate, and it's hurting job creation in our country at a time when we can least afford it. Government's threat to job creation has two other components. One is the current tax code, which discourages investments and rewards special interest. It strikes me as odd that at a time when it's clear the tax code needs to be fundamentally reformed, the first instinct to come out of Washington is to come up with a new host of tax credits that make the tax code more complex.
Well, that's exactly correct. And if it's wrong, then just really confuse people by making it more confusing. And what they should do, and I really, really hope that the candidate that surfaces here for the Republican Party, a true conservative, a leader, a constitutionalist, will come in and say, we got to get rid of the IRS and we have to revamp the tax code so everybody pays taxes. Everybody. Right now, 49% of the people do not pay federal taxes, and that's the problem.
Everybody should have to pay.
Go to number five.
During the joint session last week, I hosted about a dozen job creators from the private sector as guests in the House gallery. All of them with a common story. They're trying to help create more American jobs, but in each case, the government is getting in their way.
Exactly. That's the point. It's one thing to have policy. It's another thing to have a government intervention, and that's what's happening. You have so much government regulation being put in. Right now, they're putting in regulation. They don't have to have anybody in the House pass it.
Someone asked me if I would hire more people if I knew I was going to get a tax credit, and my answer is no, because I don't trust the government. I don't know what these tax credits would be. I don't know how they would raise the taxes. They may give me a credit for a month or 2 months, and then for the next 10 years, I'd have to pay tax after tax after tax. I don't trust them.
Yeah, and no one should, and you certainly can't open a business or set your company, in the direction of the future with the government looming like this. And it's just, it's It's the pernicious peddlers of the pornographic politics.
They're scaring growth away. They're
really
scaring you away.
They're really hammering people. Let's go to the next one.
Job creators in America basically are on strike.
That's right.
And the problem is not confusion about the policies, it's the policies themselves.
There you go.
And the anger many Americans have been feeling in recent years is beginning to turn to fear, and it's fear of our future.
Yep, that's right. You can't invest in the future if you don't know. If you have an unstable guy in the cockpit flying the airplane, there's no there's no telling where this guy is going to stack this thing up. And as I said before, it's my true belief that Barack Obama is Muhammad Atta. He has America strapped in the big machinery headed toward the Statue of Liberty. And it's his job to destroy the economy, and he's doing it. You can't tell me that there isn't enough information now out to say what he's done so far in almost 3 years is working.
But his supporters are saying it's not his fault. It happened with Bush.
Yeah, right.
That's what they're all saying. That's the supporters that are left. Let me put it that way, because I've known a lot that have changed are saying, well, it's not his fault. I mean, how long does this guy have to be in office? The president's in office for 4 years. He hasn't done anything to get this economy turned around. Nothing to get it turned around.
Yeah, and he doesn't intend to.
Spend money. He spent a lot of money, but I don't see the new jobs.
It really is, honestly, it really is O.J. looking for the killer of his wife and Ron Goldman. It really is. I mean, there's a guy, I'm going to come back with the jobs bill. When he knows for a fact, if you just take the knife out of people's back, you've got a good chance. The next one.
And my worry is that the American job creators, is that all the uncertainty is turning to fear, and that this toxic environment for job creation may be a permanent one.
Yeah, and he's not wrong about that. It's dispiriting, and even the New York Times now and some of the Republican Democrats themselves are now starting to come out openly and start talking about the fact that Barry has no idea what he's doing.
He's hurting the Democratic Party big time.
Yeah. What do we have here? Let's hear what...
yeah, we got time for a Barack Obama
Give
here.
me a Barack Obama here.
And finally, passing this jobs bill will give the typical working family a $1,500 tax cut next year. Money that would have been taken out of your paycheck will now go in your pocket. 25 million Latino workers will benefit.
How's that?
Some folks have been working pretty hard in Congress to keep tax breaks for wealthy Americans.
Yeah, it's racism.
The least they can do is fight just as hard for the middle class and people at the bottom. Let's get this done. Let's make sure that ordinary folks get some relief as well.
I mean, this is a fatuous nincompoop whose attack on this country is getting so tiring.
It's politics. I mean, we're creating jobs for everybody, not just
beyond
Latinos, as he's talking about. Why do we, I want Latinos to go to work, but what about everybody else?
Yeah, well, why did you just say we're going to give you...
Everybody's going to get jobs.
We're going to take 25 Latino workers and give you $500 a piece to vote for us,
It's pretty sad. I mean, this guy is politicking, and it sounds now, I've listened to his speeches. That last speech there, that little cut, he's starting to stammer all over himself. He's just given the same rhetoric so much. It's the same old thing. It's like it's just like playing the same record over and over and over again. Tell me something new.
Well, he has no place to go, and the Republicans have it there on the doorstep. And if they honestly start to find a spine, there's a real good chance that they got a shot at not only getting rid of Barry come November, but getting some of the people out of the Senate as well. We'll be right back.